Okay, someone said it's every time I'm pressing AC. That's because when I'm not down here, I turn it off. Okay, I really haven't even had the chance to read comments off of the last post that I made. Moinat or something, I'm not for sure. So I know I don't owe anyone any explanation about what I do with my personal life. But I hope me saying this will be the last time I would have to ever even address this. I want you guys to understand the kind of person that I am. Leave APC aside. Leave Labour Party aside. Leave any of these political issues aside. I'm a human being first, before anything else. Before you even call me a mother, I'm a human being first. I'm a disciplinarian. I'm someone who tries to live her life the best way possible. I have never really gone into details about my past because I believe my past should remain my past. But I need you guys to understand that if I stand for something, there's a reason behind it. Okay? I was never chased out of my past relationship with my father's children. The father of my children, rather, sorry. I left voluntarily. I left wholeheartedly. No one stopped me from, or no one chased me away. It's been 10 years since I left that relationship. And I'm still very much appreciated till today. You want to go by?
Yeah.
You want to go outside?
Yes,
all right, go ahead. Okay. Just shut the door.
Okay.
Thank you. Are you guys done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Let me explain something to you guys. I'm a firm believer in doing what is right. Do you understand? I left my last relationship because of too much infidelity, it was just too much for me to bear. A relationship of almost a decade. I chose to walk away for my sanity and to still remain alive and be the greatest mother to my children. I don't want to have to involve my kids in this, and unfortunately, they're getting older. And as they say, internet never sleeps and internet never forgets anything. If me speaking up as part Nigerian would make someone cook up so much story, so much negativity, so much false story, just to make me look like a bad person or like a pretender or like someone who lives that life that they're used to. First of all, I'm from a polygamous home. Okay? Everybody knows what that entails. A lot went wrong in my past relationship. No one should please call me. Please don't call me. If you call me, I'm probably just gonna block you off. Please don't call me. Look, let me speak my truth. Nobody can talk about me better than I can. Nobody. And I know these girls, you're beneath me to give you a response. But when you speak negatively about someone, it travels faster than good news. And I need to set this record straight. I work my ass off. Sick, well, everything. I'm a hard worker. If I open my mouth, all these people you're looking up to, you're gonna toss them in the drain. Let me speak my truth. If what I'm about to say will be the end of ADUNNIADE as an actor, as a filmmaker, so be it. But for someone to make a false accusation against me, I don't do it. A lot of entertainers will say, good publicity, bad publicity is all publicity. Not for me. The only person who is saint is God Almighty. We as humans, we have things that we do that is against God. But God in heaven knows that I do my very best to make sure that a lot of things that I do are more on the positive side than the negative. I am someone who hates to be involved with a married man. I left my relationship with my ex because of the infidelity issues and of course domestic violence. I don't want to cap on that. I am against it. If I have ever been with someone who was considered legally married, if I was ever in a talking process or whatever, it was that the person was fully separated from whoever he was with and they were not together. Several times I have been put in the same box with someone that I had nothing to do. And I've always kept quiet for the sake of, okay, don't talk, you're a celebrity, don't talk. But you have to understand, I have children. And I'm trying to raise the best kings that I can possibly raise. That aside, you see this color? I don't see it. When I see a black person, a dark-skinned person, I don't think there's anything different from both of us, except the color. And anyone who knows me knows that I try my possible best to make people feel comfortable around me. Let me make this clear. The easiest people that I get along with are those the society calls street people. It's almost as if street is written on my name because that's the people that I gravitate towards. Anyone who knows me over the years, I have always spoken loudly. I have always embraced being someone from Agege. I speak highly about being from Agege. I have lived in the parts that people would never want to be associated with. Coming to Nigeria, the first place that we lived was in Maltu, then Badagry. I have lived in Alagbado, Crossing, Alagbado Ijayi, Penn Cinema. That's where I rep. And one thing that I learned from my father is to always stay true to yourself. A lot of people like me, I don't like to speak on what I have had, but I am from a wealthy home. My father is well-to-do. My father trained me well in wealth. I experienced wealth from a very young age. But the moment I got pregnant, when I was in the university, my father said, if you're grown enough to lay it and do the do, and it leads to a pregnancy, you should be grown enough to raise your child on your own. And I decided that that's what I'm going to do. And ever since then, my son is going to be 16 in a few months. I have never asked my father for anything. When I left my ex, I made it a conscious effort that whoever I end up with will respect me, will regard me. He will not belong to someone else. I don't know if it happens in America. It's not something that I see often. But there's this stereotype on single women, like single mothers, that the only person that goes after them, dates them, accommodates them are married men. Go check out the statistics. There are quite a few actresses that I have had encounters with who tell me that the only person that gravitates towards them are married men, and they don't know how to look for single guys. But there's a big prayer that I made at one point in time, that whoever I end up with, he would not be someone else's husband. He would not belong to someone else. If he had kids, fine. Shit happens. I got mine. And God Almighty has blessed me with the best person that I could ever come across. No human being is perfect, but he is perfect for me. And he does not belong to anybody else. He is nobody's husband. He is nobody's baby daddy. He is all mine. And I protect that. And that's how we're going to keep that. Now, for that accusation, Munirat or whatever her name made, let me tell you something. Just like Iyabo Ojo said, that MC Olomo is a giver. I can attest to that. I have a whole bunch of boys in Agege that I feed, that I clothe, that I give money to, steady, regularly. The wives give birth, I'm the one paying hospital bill. I'm the one sorting out their bills. All these things, I do it. It got to a point where it was just too much, and I said, look, find something to do. Find you a job. And one of them came to me. You've seen him in my videos several times. And he said he wanted to work at the union thing where they take money from bus drivers, keke napeps, okadas, and things of that nature. And I said, okay, well, do it. He said the only person that you could get that job from was MC Olomo. I got MC Olomo's contact from Coco Zara because we've been on set before. Coco Zara is actually someone, he's like a G to me. Coco Zara will tell you, he's someone that knows me because of film industry, because he also plays in Yoruba films. I called him. I introduced myself to MC Olomo, and he gave me the audience. And he asked me to bring the boys down to his office. And as God will have it, where I used to live is like the opposite side of the road of where their main office is. Do you think someone of my caliber, someone of my status, will go to a public place like that, where there are like hundreds of people, and I'm there? He's a public figure in his own right. He's a boss, and I would take myself there if I was dating him or if I had anything to do with him. He gave me the attention, and he gave those boys jobs. Yes. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm not sure who's calling me. Are you calling me?